interconnected, big, huge system. And you start losing parts of it, it impacts the rest of the system.
5 million people without power, all because of transmission, not because the generators are out.
That's right. The generators can't get the power to the people. In fact, today was the first time wholesale power was free. We looked at it was 0 cents. I put a picture of it on Facebook. The nuke generators can't shut down, so they're giving the power away for free. Isn't that funny? These are uprooted trees. But you know, when those soil's this wet, it doesn't take much to uproot the trees. It could have been 45-mile-an-hour winds.
The high voltage lines, when you see in the countryside carrying huge amounts of electricity, a lot of those lines are uninsulated. So you don't want to touch them. Not that you would, and they're 100 feet up. Such an uninsulated wire contacts a tree in the middle of this tempest. The electricity will flow along that wire and try and go down the tree. It senses an opportunity. The electricity wants to get to ground as quickly as possible. And the electricity grid is a huge house of cards.
Oh, donuts. No, those aren't donuts.
Bottom line is this: we've got crews from Missouri, we got crews from Tennessee, we got crews from Illinois, Michigan. The message that you can give the members when they call in is that we have about 200 employees that are working. That includes internal and external line crew forces and tree crews. We are going to be dispatching the crews this morning after 6 o'clock, after we have breakfast. A couple of messages that we want to send to the members. The roads are real tough, a lot of flooding damage. Basically, they can assume that if they can't get out, we can't get to them.
Our customers love us. I never thought I'd see the day when customers send us cards and letters thanking us for the work we do during storms, but it's all because of our investments in our technology. And Irene was, we got everything well positioned and got the power restored in 2 days. Everybody thought it would be at least a week. Everybody was happy, but we have so much technology and innovation working for us. I believe that right now we have one of the best operating utilities in the state of Vermont, and we happen to be taking a great leadership role in the country with our operations. The fact that we're using smart meters integrated with an outage management system, and the members can go on the web page and actually see their hourly usage, really has put us ahead of a lot of the utilities.
You hear a lot of talk nowadays about smart meters. If you have electricity going into the house, not spinning that little wheel, but actually a more internet-based thing, then the company has a better sense of how you're using electricity. And they want you to know better how you're using it too. So for instance, the cost of electricity at 5 p.m. when everybody's coming home and they're starting to fire up dinners and the lights go on because it's getting dark, that's the highest premium electricity of the day. Electricity at 2 in the morning is the lowest premium electricity because most lights are out, nobody's using an electric stove, your water heater might still be on. The power company wants you to know that you should not use all that much electricity at 5 p.m. if you can help it. And one way is to put a little meter on your wall showing you.
We have an obligation to really continue to focus on creating efficiency programs and creating greater and greater efficiency. Because if you look at the problem nationwide is the nationwide electric use grows 5% a year, and there hasn't been any major generation built since essentially the late 90s. So the DOE's looked at the grid and said, we're in trouble. You look at August 14, 2003, when 50 million people lost power, it was because of some unstable grid issues, and it continues to get worse. So the only real answer, responsible answer to ensure grid reliability is to get the smart grid out there and get those signals to the customer, which means that our revenue goes down, which means we'll have to have rate increases. So when that happens, you know, it's kind of a funny double there, but the reality is you as a customer can start taking control of usage. You can save on your bills